As we rebuilt our planetary homes, a lot of good, hard-working and honest folks arose. They loved their fellow worlds, their families and fellow Benians. They propelled us beyond our wildest dreams of what we could have imagined the future could be. At the same time as we reclaimed our star system, a new kind of evil surfaced in Ben, a force so vile and void of love, empty of truth and far from light, that it suffocates one's soul. From there on, it infected the whole population. The shadows are no longer in the streets, they partially obscured our hearts. And now we have to fight against ourselves as we grow in the light of the King of Crowns. But not all win the fight against themselves. Many fall for the evil darkness and its false lights, slowly taking over their full heart and slowly killing them. As advanced as our worlds now might be, evil has taken over and we are entering the last days as written by our writers in Ben. Every day became a technologically advanced nightmare, and it is not the tech, but the hearts. Looking at the end coming closer, we sent out fragments of our story, piece by piece, poem by poem, and song by song. They reveal what came to pass, is happening now, and shall come to pass in Ben. The fragments are digitally transferred to Eden via an intergalactic script link, a technology where the magnetic field of a planet can be used both as a transmitter and receiver of data which can be scripted into and off a device. In addition, with 4 plus D access, we are able to bypass the speed of light for transmissions. That way, there is no delay in sharing data in and from our solar system. At least we hope. We found out that there is an advanced civilization inhabiting the place, your place, which meant that we can be seen, heard, and eventually understood. So we used our technology to transmit our fragments into Eden's digital network, using what you named the internet or social media to communicate. Of course, we learned a lot from your world through your magnetic field, a lot of which we are fascinated, and a lot we can't quite or don't want to understand. But we think the cultural shock would be mutual. As time will go on, more and more fragments will be downloaded to Eden. In order for all to understand our story, we decided to translate our message from La Loma into German, since that population seemed to be the least freaked out when encountering Benians. But we could have calculated wrong. Time will tell. In addition to that, we translated most parts in what you call English. That seems to be the most widespread code of communication on Eden, which is related to German, so we might have done something right there. So that most of your planet can read us, hear us, and understand us. We did our best to figure out your calendar system, and it seems like it has an offset, but maybe ours does too. Well, time will tell, indeed. There must be a reason that in the year 4004, Ben time, or 4 AD, Eden time, our skies rolled, the worlds reeled, and all the 8 mountains of crowns pointed to Eden. We lived through what our writers received and wrote down on this side of the universe, even though there are still a few things to come and to wait for. Now, fragment by fragment, we will share our stories from Ben with you. And even if there's not a lot of time left anymore for maybe all to be shared, we hope that those who reach you help and encourage you to fight the good fight for life, love, truth, and light on your side of the universe.